up, everybody? Welcome to EZPZ Podcast, special edition. Dillon Francis, Alison Wonderland. Just this is going to be like in short segments, I guess. So joining me on the first segment here, Mitch. Thanks for spiking the mic, Mitch. Appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Nick.
I want to make a cool noise, but fuck, I didn't have time to think about it. What's up, guys?
What's up? We got Clement Madison sharing the mic.
Ayo.
Okay. All right. So what we so keep saying what you're saying. You're telling the story about Jackbox Party Pack.
So we were playing Jackbox Party Pack, and we had to create a classic literary title using some word. Now I can't even remember what it was.
Using a word.
What was the word that we used? I can't remember, except that I used the book title that I stole was The Brothers Karamazov, but it was like the blank Karamazov. What the fuck was the word?
I know what you're talking about, but I forgot the game.
But I was like,
either way, that game is
gonna
ridiculous.
Kill it because everybody remembers The Brothers Karamazov.
I'm the only one that did.
It was.
Yep.
And then literally only Shaun was maybe the only person who voted for me. I was just like,
I gave you a silver.
I wasn't there. If I had been there, I would have voted for you.
It's a 35-hour book on
Jesus.
Audible, which I downloaded
love
because
if you
that.
read it
That's
yourself,
nuts.
it's a 100-hour book
Yeah,
because
no
you're going to
kidding.
fall asleep a few times.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, too many hour books.
That's like maybe the proudest thing I did in high school was that like I finished The Brothers Karamazov.
We got a sticker for it, too.
Did we?
Yeah.
I forgot that
Our
part.
teacher gave us a sticker.
Yeah, you have to read the
Shout out to Mrs. Brooks, classroom where Madison and I didn't become friends, but laid the groundwork for a friendship, I think.
Yeah.
Laid the ground.
That was the place.
It must be nice to have friends that you're still friends with from high school.
Mm.
Because fuck my high school. I hated high school. So
Yeah,
who's
I got
excited
Clem,
for the
he
show
went to
tonight?
Roosevelt.
No, Clem went to France somewhere.
He just went to
For
France.
real?
Yeah.
He went to France.
High school.
We're in
I,
school.
I feel like he's been here since high school. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean all my friends are from high school. Even one of my best
about
friends, I know him
The
since
ones in this
like,
room, though.
I'm 5 years old, so it's pretty cool.
Nuts.
God damn.
So
But
who's
you also
excited
need
for the
these
show
friends.
tonight? Let's get into the details on the show. It's at the Armory. Mitch, Madison, and Clem on this segment, at least short segment here, have not been to the Armory.
Yeah. First Armory appearance.
You guys are going to enjoy it?
Here in Minneapolis.
so.
It can fit like 7,500, 7,800 people, I believe.
And we know the water.
Water situation.
trick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Nick and I were here for Snowda at the top of the beginning of the month, exactly a little over a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And yeah, Nick discovered the whole water trick. So you have to go all the way to the back. But hey, these bathrooms are top notch. So
Yeah,
you guys are in-
So,
yeah.
you'll
Brand
never
new.
wait for a drink and you'll never wait for a bathroom.
In for
Yeah.
a treat tonight or what?
Yeah.
Can't wait.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. There's
Tickets
literally
weren't too
the
bad
whole,
either.
the place is giant and then they're just bars lining both sides of the venue. So there's
Perfect.
just 50
Couldn't
bartenders
ask for any
maybe.
better.
So
Yeah.
like you'll never.
I think that's because it was
well, it
New
was,
Year's Eve.
so
but
yeah, you're right.
They
but
didn't sell
I still,
out New Year's Eve, and they sold this out apparently.
True.
how
So I
does that
wonder
work
how
out?
gotta be a
that'll
bunch.
translate, but I think that'll still be fine. Like
Yeah.
they're still gonna have plenty of bartenders.
I had thought, we were talking about this earlier, I thought I had been there before for a St. Francis concert a long time ago, and Shaun was saying like, nah, they've only opened up for like a couple years for the
they
new
just,
venue.
remodeled it and shit and
now
started
I'm
doing-
wondering where the fuck I was for the St. Francis concert.
Yeah. I mean, if you tell me how many people were in there, I could probably give you
It
some.
was a small show. It was intimate. It was like
so
a
maybe the Myth.
couple hundred,
Oh, the Caboose.
maybe. I don't know.
Skyway.
Skyway Theater.
Not ringing any bells here.
No, we were in like buried in the back room of like a bar, sort of.
Well, then that's kind of weird that you think that Dillon Francis and Allison are playing there.
I just like, for some reason in my mind when I heard the Armory, I was like, oh, I think that's where I saw St. Francis.
What you're describing is Skyway.
All right, maybe it's the
It's
Skyway
like in
then.
a weird back behind a bar thing.
Yeah, shout out to the
Derek's
Skyway.
Derek's talking over there. If he moves in, he can talk on the mic.
Yeah.
Shout out to St.
Derek.
Francis and the Skyway. It was a great show. It was just lit.
Did you black out? Or you...
It was like 10 years ago. It was a long time ago. Or no, it wasn't. I was 21. I remember because my sister was not of legal drinking age, and I had purchased an alcoholic beverage for her, and then brought it to her in the crowd. And within literally minutes of us like being like, I was like, "Here, Al, here's his drink." Someone showed up and was just like, I don't see a wristband, and it was just like she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I was just like, they're on top of that. Wow, that was quick.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever had issues with those. That
Seriously,
situation.
literally the only venue where I was ever like, okay, I can't get away with that.
Yeah, I guess I've never really bought a drink for somebody in the crowd. Maybe my little sister once, but probably not. She's 22 now, so.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever bought a drink for somebody in the crowd and then just like given it to them and then gotten caught or something? Derek seems to have a story.
Yeah, that's how I met Madison.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That
like
makes sense.
turns out that because it turns out my brother was using a fake ID that was my ID that Luis stole from me and gave to my brother, and I didn't know about.
Oh, shit. I
So
remember.
I had to go through a process of getting a new ID because I thought I lost mine, and it turns out it was in my brother's wallet.
Wow.
Such a good...
Good big brother there.
Yeah, I like that your brother wasn't like, hey, are you done with this?
Do you need this for
Luis
anything? You
stole
probably
it
not, right?
for him.
Oh.
Yeah, Luis stole my ID from me
Wow.
and then gave it to my brother.
Well.
Oh, Luis.
No, Minneapolis has cool venue, like definitely. The Myth.
The Myth is one of my favorite venues. And I actually saw, speaking of like a band that I've been listening to a lot, Bring Me the Horizon, their new album, AMO came out last month.
We saw Arrow Grime there.
Yeah, that's where I saw them way back in the day with, I think, Every Time I Die. And then I saw All Grime there just last year.
Skyway is really nice too. Skyway is like, it's small, but it's like also big at the same time. Like they have their whole floor is kind of angled, so your GA standing area is like at an angle, so you like no matter where you're at, you can easily see the person up there. I saw Louis the Child not last year, November, the year before, with I went up with Megan and them, and it was an amazing show. It was pretty funny. At the end, we watched Louis do a line off of his laptop.
Oh my
He
God.
literally was just like,
Okay.
oh, whatever, just.
No way.
And everybody was just
I mean-
like, what the heck?
No.
And he just
That's
He just
dope.
kind of looked
Squat
at the
down
crowd
for
and was
that,
like,
bud?
"Oh wow!" Everybody
That is
actually
so
saw me do
illegal.
that, and then, like,
I
ducked
mean-
behind his little DJ table.
Yeah.
I've definitely
It
seen
wasn't
videos
like
of that
a
shit
normal
happen.
DJ table where it's fronted off. It just kind of looked like a regular ass folding table with a laptop on it.
Wow.
So he ducked and everybody could see him. So he just stood up and was like, "Yeah, I did that."
You caught me.
Wow.
That's kind of dumb, you know.
Yeah, I think that is.
I won't do that.
Like, come on, man. You can wait a second.
And
you
everyone is seeing you.
You should have been a pro and just done it beforehand if that was your
Yeah.
thing.
I'm joining the 27 Club, and I'm 28. If I'm a DJ, I'm just going to go downhill. I'll just announce I'm a DJ, and then I'll probably die.
Yeah, listen, I made it past 27, and I'm free to do as I please now. Not going to get Jimi Hendrixed.
So we're not going to see the opener tonight, Diablo.
We're
Diablo's
I don't
friends with Lil Xan.
Oh.
They're touring.
Look,
They're touring together.
Diablo 2 is better than Diablo anyway, so...
True, yeah. If Diablo 2 was playing, I'd be
Yeah,
down.
if Diablo 2 was on stage, I'd
What about
be
D3?
there. If D3, yeah, even if D3 was there, maybe I'd be there. But it's just Diablo.
D12.
Wait,
okay.
why don't we're not going to see him?
D12.
We're not
Why?
gonna see the
I get
opener,
that joke.
guess.
I
Nobody
appreciate
else
that.
wants to see him.
Yeah,
I want to see him.
I play.
I mean, I'm
Dungeons
not
and
trying to
Dragons.
get there right as soon as Alison and Dillon go on. So I'm down to go after right around 10 leave here.
I would like to at least catch most, if not all,
It's a
of
late show,
Allison and
guys.
Dylan's set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we
And,
stay awake?
Yeah, no kidding. I slept
of old
all the
people
way
here. Yeah, Sean's juiced. He's
Not
napped
really. I'm
He's
napped,
ready.
But
I'm napped. I mean, Shaun
up. He's
naps
well napped. He's well napped.
whenever he can get it.
Yeah.
I slept for a few hours last night because I was too excited.
Few hours.
And then I woke up way too early, and I've been upset ever since.
There you go.
So yeah, we'll see. If I'm collapsing on the dance floor, carry me to a hotel room, please.
We've got two. We've got two, so we can find
oh my
one.
god.
Yeah.
Then we got Derek over here is driving back to Des
Oh
Moines.
my god, I forgot about that.
Crazy
Oh,
ass.
nice.
It's normal for
Yeah,
I'm
this,
up till
like,
7 a.m.
You
normally.
Sure.
work a night shift. It makes a little bit of sense, but at the same time, even if I'm well rested, driving at night is brutal. Alone, it's just so
You're
desolate.
trying to.
Let's make it worse for him.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, like I'm just saying. Like I have family up in Minneapolis. I've driven a late night back to Des Moines once or twice, and
It's a boring
blasting music
drive.
and trying to dance. I still have to I'm struggling to stay
It
awake.
is a
kind of.
boring drive, but I screwed myself at Dance Fest, and I said I wouldn't do that again.
All
So
right.
I had to work Monday night after Dance Festopia, and I left Monday morning, and who I was riding with basically threw me way behind because we were supposed to leave at 8. They didn't even get up till 9:30. So it was leave at 8, so be up at 7 and packing the car. Didn't even wake up till 9:30. We didn't get on the road till almost 11. So I went to work off of 4 hours of sleep, being up since 7 a.m. until the next 7 a.m. So I stayed up 24 hours with 4 hours of sleep, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. I'd rather just drive home, get a full 8, work my 12-hour shift.
No, Dereck is a good driver, I have to say. The drive was smooth.
Nice.
It was smooth sailing.
Here.
Yeah.
I've done that before though. I've gone to Omaha countless times, driven home, not drank or anything. And then just this last year, I've done Minneapolis, and then just this last year I did Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Drove there, stayed for
Dude.
2.5, 3 hour show.
Crazy.
Drove home.
10 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
alone or with
Shelby, but I
Okay.
drove the whole way,
That's rough.
pretty much the whole way there and pretty much the whole way back.
You're a better brother than I am.
Well,
And I'd
it
like
was-
to think I'm a good brother.
No, I am a bad brother. I drug her to this show after we partied out all night the night before. It was a tour I couldn't have missed. It was Anthony Green doing Avalon 10-year anniversary, and Good Old War, the openers, were playing as his band, and they also opened and did a full album. So it was an awesome show. It was my favorite show of last year. But I'm no stranger to driving after. I do need like nicotine or like a cigarette. I find myself. I didn't even use one or smoke one like that on that
A few
trip.
thousand
but-
milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding.
Caffeine doesn't wake me up at all.
Really?
Caffeine doesn't, energy drinks don't, but nicotine does.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few. It's like one of the only reasons I will even remotely vape or smoke.
It doesn't really do it for me at the time when I actually need it, but then when I'm trying to go to bed at night, then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay up until 8 a.m. I guess. I needed this earlier, but not now. I guess.
Cool. Let's kill this segment so that Shayna can be on the next one, maybe Lyd. So we'll come back at you with another part. Duh. You remember part duh?
Yeah.
What was it? What was it called? Blah blah blah. Part duh.
Can I play this music now?
Go for it.
No, hold on. I want to hear this.
Wait.
It was what was, you know what the
Part
movie I'm
duh.
talking about?
Maybe.
Oh, a movie part, dude.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
Wasn't
Part
it?
duh.
It's not Bruce Gigolo.
Bruce
European Gigolo. Bruce
Bruce.
Bigelow, European Gigolo. It's not that, but it's like it's some dumb title like that. Where's
Not-
part 2?
I'm gonna Google it as soon as we get off the mic. IMDb it, yeah. Yo, we're back, guys, on segment 2 of this special edition of the podcast, EZPZ Podcast. And we're going to discuss last times that we had seen either of these artists. So we're in Minneapolis seeing Dillon Francis, Alison Wonderland, as I said at the top of the show. I got a cast of gang members up in this business of homies. So, yeah, let's just talk about previous times we've seen Alison or Dillon, and I'll kick it to you, Dereck, first.
Okay, so last time I saw Allison was at 2016 for Somerset. That was the one that we went to, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 2016 Allison, she put on an amazing set. She started it off with in a Day to Remember cover. That was like her second song into it, which was awesome because Miha also did in a Day to Remember
Where
cover.
was this?
That was Somerset 2016. So like it was like everybody there was doing Day to Remember covers, which was amazing because they're my favorite band.
She
But
played during the day.
Very in right.
yeah,
She did.
she was like 7, 8 o'clock ish, but it was still light out because it was Wisconsin. It was the middle of summer. But Allison threw the fuck down. It was amazing.
She definitely did.
One of my favorite sets from that festival,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
definitely. Allison was my favorite set. She was wearing this like Super Mario It was like Super Mario 3, the one where he's like raccoon style, has
Nice.
the tail out and everything.
I feel really stupid, but I literally don't remember Alison Wonderland playing.
Actually,
with us.
I think you were at a different
Somerset?
set.
Yes.
You
We
might
split
know
off.
that she was at
We
Electric
split off.
Forest with me, but
We split off during that set because somebody else was playing at the same time as Allison. I
No.
don't remember who, but I'm
No,
pretty sure.
no, Lydia was there. It was during the daytime. It was
Yeah,
like
it was
an
like the
earlier
daytime.
set. It was like 2 or 3, and
No,
like
it
we
was
had just gotten back
it was like
there.
5 or 6, I think.
Well, either way, the light was
still
It
down.
was
light out.
still, yeah,
that's like my
daytime.
peak drunk time, though. Like 2 p.m. at a festival. There's just no way I'm gonna. Sorry, sorry, Alison.
No, that's peak drunk time for me and Clem.
But Allison
Yeah.
threw the fuck down.
She threw
and
the
then
hell down.
She came out like in front of her DJ booth and literally just like poured her heart out to the audience about
Yeah.
how like she's been dealing with depression and
Yep.
everything. And it was
remember
probably
that.
one of the most magical things I've seen a DJ do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drinking
man.
a bottle, we bought Grey Goose just
Somerset
because of
was
her.
in
Her honor.
No, drinking a bottle was at Forest, and we'll get into
Was
that
it?
story.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But dudes, the Somerset Music Festival is one of my favorites. Like, it's so
R.I.P.
close. Yeah, rest in peace. It died this year,
Very
along
sad.
with so many other music festivals. I mean, if you follow Festive Owl,
Okeechobee.
yeah, so many good music festivals died this last year.
It's crazy.
Okeechobee just didn't pay half their artists, so.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah, they literally just overspent their budget and they didn't pay half of their artists. Like, it's like there's a lawsuit going on right now about how all the artists, like, there's a lot of them that didn't get paid. Like, obviously the major names got paid,
Right.
but it's a lot of your like daytime guys that didn't get paid. Like a Woolly Mammoth or somebody like
Sure.
him didn't get paid.
And that's
like
crazy.
like an opener.
A lot of your like big artists get like a guarantee, or you get your money up front before you even get there, so they can do
Yeah.
it. But the smaller
But you're like
artists,
2 to 3 a.m. or 2 to 3 p.m. guys.
Yeah.
You're like during the middle of the day festival dudes.
they just assume you're gonna get
They
a check
didn't get
after or
paid.
something.
Not from Okeechobee. No, they didn't.
You know, there's
Okeechobee is like still like there's still artists out there like, hey, we haven't been paid yet.
That's crazy.
That's why it's not occurring in 2019 because
So
too
many
artists.
festivals died this year, but let's stay
You
on.
know, there's that one DJ out there though, like the local DJ, that's just like, wait, y'all are getting paid for this?
I thought I was
only
just
got-
getting the street cred. I thought I was just getting
like the free meal or gas money. Yeah, essentially that's what they work for. So, what other times have any of you guys seen Dillon Francis, Alison Wonderland? Toss it to Madison over here.
Well, unfortunately, the last time we saw Dillon Francis, it was the almost last set of Electric Forest. So
Yeah.
I was about dying. Wrapped around a blanket. We made it through half the set. And
So
went back to
tough.
camp.
Oh,
but
God.
based on what we saw, I'm so excited to actually be able to throw
Man.
down tonight.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can't wait
Shout
to
out
see
to our other friends that aren't on the pod or at this festival or show, excuse me. But Sydney and a bunch of friends were there. Kara, I believe.
Yeah.
Caleb and everybody was
Yep.
going hard that night. And I
And
was
they
just
love
like,
Dillon,
my
too.
Sunday night
Yeah.
at Forest is always my night where I just spend
Food.
Yeah, food, no alcohol, nothing, just hanging back. But I still kicked it at Dillon for most of his set, and yes, it was insanely fun.
His set was great. Yeah.
That year, 2017, he played the next weekend two of Forest, and he played on Friday night, closing out the night. So it was pretty interesting. Like, if we would have had that, I feel like I would have had a better experience with Dillon Francis. But
Probably.
I'm excited for
Yeah.
tonight. I absolutely love his music, just listening to it, but I do love his live shows.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool.
And his visuals are
Oh yeah.
tight. Yeah,
That
they're
like
pretty
pink
cool.
floofy thing or floofy whatever the heck it was, spongy thing. That was so weird. Yeah.
Gerald.
yeah.
So Dillon Francis was awesome. How about Nick? Nick and Shayna and Lydia were there for, I believe, Forest 2016 or 15.
Was it
16
16 that we saw? Or
Those were wedding
16?
year 2017.
That we saw.
No,
Don't
so
you remember?
I'm talking.
Dylan.
What?
I'm talking about.
What?
I'm talking about Alison Wonderland when she was so drunk on Sunday
Oh,
afternoon
that was
at 2
2015
p.m.
at Tripoli, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So she, I think it was Shayna or Dereck said earlier that she was going through some things that year. That was a tougher year for her. Obviously, it was well before Awake, which came out last year. It is a great album, but she was going through, I think Run was her album that came out that year.
Yeah.
It has the song Run on it. She's just trashed at 2 p.m. on a Sunday at Forest.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like obliterated, like going crazy on her deck, not really even doing anything, walking in front, just drunk, sitting there. But
That's kind of sad.
That was definitely Forest. Cause
no, I
Somerset,
know it was Forest.
I don't think she was drunk at
No,
Somerset,
I'm
but
not
she was
talking about
definitely just
Somerset.
like talking about all the shit she went through for the past year, which would make sense because that was 2016 in
I'm not
Somerset.
mistaking it with Somerset, believe me. Her set at Somerset made up for anything else like that day. But no, I know it was at Forest. I know it was Sunday. Yeah, she was a little bit of a mess. But she killed it at Spring Awakening this last year at 2018. Lydia and I went for one day, obliterated. And she played my song of the summer, High,
yeah.
with Trippie Redd. I love that track.
We should
I'm
hear it
excited
again
to hear
tonight,
it.
hopefully.
Yes, sir. Any other memories, Shayna, now that you've popped the squad up here with the crew, any other memories on Dillon Francis or Alison Wonderland you want to talk about before we, just to hype up the show, hype up the night? I think that you had a good time at Dillon Francis when he closed out Forest in your wedding year.
17.
I mean, I just think that it paved the way for future memory loss. Is about all I remember from
Red
that
cells.
set.
You do remember the visuals though, right?
We were actually up pretty close.
Yeah.
Like the closest I had been for that stage, and I do remember, just the visuals and all around. Like, I went in with not very high expectations for Dillon Francis because I hadn't seen him before, and I didn't really like super appreciate his music yet at the time. And then seeing him live, I was like, okay, he's fucking great. That was awesome. Like,
Shayna, what did you call his genre earlier?
It's called Moombahton. It's kind of like a Hispanic electronic.
yeah, his most recent album is just a whole Hispanic album.
I was about to say there's like some French. I heard some French word in his music.
Yeah. It's like a Jamaican EDM fusion, I would argue.
You got to be on the mic, homeboy, if you're going to speak.
Moombahton, I'm not an expert. I would say is a Jamaican EDM fusion, kind of a Jamaican trap, Jamaican house fusion.
Yeah.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get down to that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, love it. We'll get low for sure.
It's very much what Diplo has done in the recent past. Very much part of his Major Lazer project. That's like the super
Major Lazer. Let's talk about him for a second.
I'm into it.
No, hold up. You're not going to be into it too much after you hear this story. Go ahead and take a seat.
So
I didn't know she's coming back.
Sorry, what is this newest album from last year?
Okay. So
Hispanic.
So hold on. This
So
Major
you're saying
Lazer
Major Lazer is
awful.
Jamaican?
No, he's just trash.
I thought he included
He's from
like
trash.
South American artists. with
Basura
him.
in Spanish. What is it in French? Trash.
Yeah, I thought it was like a South American type.
All right.
thing,
Hold on. I want to hear someone tell the story about Major Lazer. Nick, can you tell the story about Major Lazer for us? You remember? So he played on a Friday night at Ranch Arena where Bass Nectar, it's his home. He closed out Saturday night, has for like the last 4 years at Forest. He played there, and halfway through his set or so, he asked all the women to get on men's shoulders and flash and just take off their shirt, take off their bras. What a turd! That he thinks
Diplo did this?
No. Major Lazer and not Diplo in that group.
Oh, okay.
It was not Diplo.
So Major Lazer's
Shayna has something to say.
Diplo wasn't even there, like, at Forest. It was just whoever the other half of Major Lazer. And he, like, asked all the women to, like, take their shirts off or whatever. And at that point, we were not really even feeling the set anyway. So we were just like, okay, we're out. So we just, like, straight up dipped after that. Like, bye.
I remember our homie, friend of the show, he's been on a couple times, Alex Cruz, was just straight up freaking out.
What?
He was cussing. He was
about
going
that.
ballistic. I've never seen Alex Cruz, like, go over the edge, but he was...
I get
To this day, I feel like he brings it up like maybe 1 out of the 4 times that I see him. Like I definitely still hear Alex. Like he's still upset. He's like, "Do you remember that one time that Major Lazer?" Or if anyone says anything about Major Lazer, he's like, "Yeah, fuck that guy because this one time."
It's pretty disgusting. Like so Mitch, everyone in this room has been to Forest. Yeah, well, Mitch has never been to Forest, but everyone else has. So you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, Mitch.
No, he's about to go. And he'll understand, like, Forest is a special place in the sense that, like, nobody's like that. No one's like...
right. It's definitely like the opposite feel for that type of
It's like more of a thing you would say at, like, Coachella.
at EDC.
Borgor Fest.
One half
Yeah.
of Major Lazer. I don't think we can
A
fully
third.
condemn. A third of Major Lazer was
Yeah.
there.
I love Diplo, to be honest with you. His last EP was California EP was so good last year.
The man makes good music.
Yeah.
And Major Lazer was a big part of high school for me.
So you guys,
I mean,
this
Dillon
is the,
Francis backs him up the whole 100%.
This is the first of
They're good friends.
at least a few
What?
EDM shows that we're about to experience.
Not a huge fan of Diplo.
So the last time we were in Minneapolis, I'm trying to keep it on track here.
Good luck.
The last time we were in Minneapolis was, or before Snowda, was for G Jones. G Jones killed it at the Caboose. No, I said before Snowda. Thank you. Are you texting over there? God. I mean, jeez. So G Jones was so good. That's my favorite show in EDM show in Minneapolis so far, not counting like obviously a festival. So I'm hoping that Allison can bring it tonight and
I think it'll be awesome.
Rock off.
Derek, you said something about they do like a B2B on this tour.
Yeah,
So
they
that'll be
just,
cool.
I mean, they just released that track together for the Lost My Mind tour. They have a single together.
Right.
And they're definitely, it's been talked about that on this tour, they've been doing like a back-to-back kind of for at least
I could
that
see
one
that.
song.
Yeah.
Or it might not be a back-to-back, but it might be like a,
She'll just come out on stage. with them or
whoever
something.
is headlining, because they've been swapping back and forth.
Oh.
So we'll see it right when we walk
Yeah.
in. They'll have set times.
So
and
they
stuff.
might-
It's really organized at the Armory.
Yeah, I think whoever's headlining might have the other person come out for a minute
Yeah.
for at least their
At least to
Lost
play
My
that song.
Mind track that they're doing
Which I'm
together.
sure they'll probably close with.
Yeah,
Like,
that single that they've made together for
Right.
Lost My Mind.
I've actually
This
listened
whole
to it
tour
yet,
is
so
based around a
afterward we
single.
should listen to it.
But yeah, what I read online is like either Alison Wonderland is gonna go and Dillon Francis is gonna go, and after they're gonna come back together.
Yeah.
And
do the board to
Yeah,
board.
so this one is supposed to be Dillon Francis headlining. I'm pretty sure
Interesting.
Chicago's tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Allison is headlining Chicago.
That's really
Right.
cool that
Really?
they're switching back and
I
forth.
feel like they're both kind of on the same
Agreed.
tier, like
Yeah.
well,
popularity-wise.
Allison's tier 2 on Electric Force this year.
Allison
Yeah.
is she's tied right now for the highest paid female DJ ever
Really?
in any
Okay.
single set, and that was
Nice.
at Coachella. Her and Rez tied for
What?
the highest paid.
And that's
Interesting.
crazy
Both
because
had the
Rez
highest
literally
lane.
just broke
Up and
out.
comer.
Like, within the last
Closey's
few
about to
years.
take some
Allison is the one who
Frenchie.
paved the way. She paved
Yeah.
the way for female DJs.
I mean,
She
she's
is
I
the
think
leader.
probably the first female DJ I'd ever heard of.
Well, in this generation, guys, we're getting
And-
ahead of
well, yeah.
ourselves. Like in the 90s, there was
In
a couple.
EDM.
I mean, you
EDM.
had some
Well, that's what
like
I'm saying,
random
like-
techno DJs. Like you had Uffy, who came out with Pop the Glock, which was literally like every single DJ ever did a cover of Pop the Glock back in the 90s. Like Bass Hunter did.
That's
one.
what I'm saying.
Every
So
single
this
Big Day
generation,
Knife
our
Party,
generation of
everybody.
EDM, she is paving the way. I can get down with that. She's definitely doing some cool
At
stuff
least for big
women.
name.
Yeah.
For big name, like, hey, I can actually headline
And
a
that
show. It's Allison is
EDM
making it.
festival
Rez has now
circuit
come up. Rez
type
is
of
like
thing.
trance queen though. Allison's like dub queen. So
I'll
we're talking
say
different genres, but still.
legit. Like I've never listened to an Alison Wonderland's album that I didn't like. Like
Yeah.
both, is it 2 or 3?
She only has two
Two.
so far, yeah.
Both albums I absolutely love.
Yeah.
And they're always like considerations, if not in my top albums of that year when they got released. So sold out, guys, at the Armory is pretty insane.
Yeah.
I believe it's a 7,500 pack room. Like
What?
Yes, it's humongous. You'll see.
Damn.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
it's actually
And
a great
guys,
venue.
We're
It's a good
paying,
venue.
We're paying some extra dollars here. We're going a little bit above and beyond, and we're going
Yeah.
to be on a balcony. Apparently,
yeah.
that sounds pretty cool.
I'm
didn't-
down with that.
We are rich.
That's yeah. Shout out to Alex.
We're gonna
Alex,
get bottle service because Alex is intent. No,
Yeah, no kidding. Well, dudes, apparently they got bottle service last time, it was only $60 at the district because Andrew
yeah.
Smithson,
Right. Yeah.
friend of the show, his uncle knows or owns it or whatever. There's some sort of family ties there.
Yeah, no, there's.
Always.
But we'll close out. This might be our last segment. Thank you so much, guys, for
Yeah.
joining me. Clem, Shayna,
Cheers.
Lydia, Mitch, everybody.
Go check out Wake.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Check out Awake. It's awesome. We'll listen to Losing My Mind,
Yeah.
the song
Lost
after.
My Mind.
Yeah, they
Lost
literally
My
did a
Mind.
tour
Lost
just
My
to
Mind is the name of the tour. It's the name of the EP.
They did a tour just to promote this single.
Hey, if you're
well,
not
they
in
did
Mi-
pretty-
the tour and made it a single for
I
the
know
tour.
I'm fucking with you, but it's kind of funny.
if
So-
you're not in Minneapolis tonight, go to Chicago tomorrow, and you'll.
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
them.
for sure. Yeah, well, people, it'll be Tuesday before they hear this, but
Oh, yeah.
so
oops.
we'll have a recap of the show next week, and we'll also might be doing the podcast right before we go to emo night. So we'll figure that out.
That'd be
Emo
cool.
nights next
Shane
week at
Todd
Woolies.
from Silverstein.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Shane told. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Thank you so much, guys. This has been EZPZ Podcast. If we have another segment randomly at like 3 a.m., who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah, we may, we might.
Might happen.
Thanks again. We out.
All right, bye.